Well, I figured I'd do a video about some random painting. I'm painting pretty much on a daily basis, and you always see paint on my hands and stuff during videos. Well, that one's out clean, that's clean now, but I never show you what I'm painting. So, figured I'm touching up this Journey cabinet right now, and I prefer oil-based paint by far. But in this situation, I'm using acrylic. Okay. Now I got this blue; it's a little too loud, and this black, and I mixed them together, and I made a nice, perfect Journey color. Okay. And one reason that I'm using acrylic right now is because it's easy to wipe right back off. And it's such a small little area, you're not going to see. You see this little stuff right here? I'm going to touch it up. It's going to be kind of messy. Messy, messy, messy. Then I'm going to wipe it off. And where I wipe didn't really affect the area I just filled in. So let me try to find a good spot. Here's a dirty looking spot. I'm going to fill it in. I'm going to wipe it off. See that? See something else show up in the camera a little better. Just kind of shows up. Fill it in. Wipe it off. So, let's see here. Where's the spot? I'm trying to find it on the camera. That looks bad. Here. Let's fill it in. And wipe it off. See, I don't mind using acrylics just for like the little stuff. Like here you can kind of see. I'll fill it in. And wipe it off. Oh, wipe too much off. Might have to just fill this in. As long as you get the right color, you can actually blend it in. And one way I like to do that is get some water, a little drop of soap, and a little bit of linseed oil on the bottom, and you can kind of blend it back in. It'll fix the rest of the finish. See if I can get. Let me adjust the camera. Let's see if I can get a. I already touched this up some, but when I put new team molding on, took the old team molding off, there's a bunch of stuff that I missed. See if I can get there. That's something right there. So I already pretty much touched this cabinet up, but I'm gonna kind of go for it. Okay, I'm filling it in. I'm making it sloppy and messy. A little more touch up here. And wipe it off. Looks like right here I could go for a little more. I'm at a goofy angle. I'm not looking at it straight ahead because the camera is right in front of my face. Trying to use the camera to look now. Not very good. But yeah, I mean, this is actually a really basic thing. Most of you guys probably already do this, but let's make a video. Now this up here, I coulda, shoulda, probably shoulda bondoed these holes. Let me see if I could find the holes. But instead, I just kind of filled it in. A little better. I'm going to go ahead and let that dry, kind of fill it in, and then I'll come back with some linseed oil and water. But here's a little spot here. Let's get this guy. Another little spot. find any more. Oh, there's some good stuff there. Here's some stuff down here. Okay, I'm getting ready to put another coat on a Robotron. So let me bring the camera out there and let's do some Robotron painting. Well, this is a Robotron. I already did my first coat. Did a super thin coat. I love that Rust-Oleum, man. Let me mix this up a little bit. I did a super thin coat, and I'm gonna do one more super thin coat, and I think we're good. Now, always make the first spray. I always kind of spray where you're not going to see it, just in case there's any solids that are going to come out of the can. But let's do a thin coat. Look how far away I am. I mean, I'm far away doing a thin coat. You can get away with a thin coat. You can't always get away with a thin coat. But if you can get away with a thin coat like I can here, because I'm spraying silver, silver covers very well, do it. Now there's two different ways you could do a stencil. First off, let me rotate this guy. Now, there's two different ways I do a stencil. Let me say it this way. You can do a thin coat, like I'm going to do here, and then peel it off when it's done. But if you have to do a thicker coat, I'll peel off the stencil while it's wet. If you're careful, you can do that, but it's tricky. So if you've never done that many stencils, I would wait till it's dry before you peel it off. But the reason I peel it off while it's wet is because it gives you rounded corners. It's not as rough looking. If you have to put it on thick, when you peel off that stencil, there's going to be something you can catch your fingernail on, you know. But if it's on the thick side, you can peel all the stencil off now, and the paint will kind of settle, you know. But what I think I'm going to do is, since this is such a thin coat, I'm probably going to give it 20 minutes to a half an hour, and I'll probably just peel the stencil off. So I'm probably going to continue this video in about 20 minutes. Okay, I have this set in front of a fan right now, and just want to let this sit and dry. I'll probably let the fan blow on one side for about 10 minutes. Then I'll flip it around and let it blow on the other side for about 10 minutes, just to kind of speed it up. Now, I actually have a paint booth, but the problem is the paint booth is in an area that's not heated, and the temperature is kind of cold outside still, and you can't paint when it's too cold. And you got to be careful when you paint when it's too hot. So this is the best predicament that I have here at the building right now. Say hi, Kelly.
Hi.
This is a Joust 2 that I'm working on. I redid the stencils. Looks great. Probably one of the best Joust 2s out there. But yeah, stay tuned for the bubbles. There's going to be a part 3. I think I'm on part 3. We're waiting for the bezel to come in and the control panel overlay. I still got to work on the circuit board some more. But I kind of like put this on hold because I'm waiting for the graphics to come in. So, here's a Xevious project we're working on. We got to do a lot of touch up on this guy. He's kind of falling apart. But still waiting on the paint. Still waiting. Okay, it's been about 15 minutes. I'm impatient, but I'll tell you how you could test it. Find a spot with just the vinyl, okay? And I've already touched it here, but touch it kind of firm like. And if it comes up, and if you have anything left on your finger, don't peel the stencil off, okay? But okay, so let me kind of zoom out here. I'm using a microphone stand with a selfie stick on my phone. It's kind of a crappy thing here. But okay, first thing I do is get up all the outer edge kind of stuff. Now, yesterday I painted the silver on. I usually do the colors about one day between each other. And get all the little stuff off. Maybe I'll do another video on putting, yeah, you know, I will. Tomorrow, I'll probably add to this video, or I'll post this video tonight, about putting stencils on. So there's a few tricks that maybe I could help somebody out with. Or maybe you already know, I don't know. But okay, I got all the little stuff off. Now, let me check the camera, see how it looks. Okay. Now, what I like to do is, I like to have a buddy when I do this, when it's semi-wet like this. So, move this all over. Okay, buddy. Oh, don't peel straight out, peel kind of down. That way, there's less chance of you harming your first coat of paint. Trying not to have the stencil touch itself or anything else that's been painted. See, that's why I have my buddy over here to catch anything, because I only have two hands. Beautiful. Always try to peel on an angle, never try to peel out. An angle. Oh, I'm going to make a video here coming up soon. Because this Saturday, I'm going to TNT Amusements. And I'm picking up a Space Fury. Now, I actually have a complete working Space Fury circuit board and everything. And I was kind of waiting for a Zaxxon cabinet to come along. And I was going to put all the guts into that, or a Star Trek, or a Tech Scan, or whatever. But what I'm getting from Todd Tucky, it's a real Space Fury, and it's pricey. But it's around income tax time, and I have a few more bucks than usual, and I really want this game. So I'll have a Space Fury. Looking beautiful, Kelly. Fine job, fine job. If you can get away with it, go thin as possible. Still got to be able to cover it though, but you know. Now this originally was a really rough cabinet, but so it's got a lot of Bondo in it. There's a few tricks with that. See, I like to see a Williams cabinet. You can see wood grain through the artwork originally, and if I have to Bondo it, while the Bondo is wet, I'll have to use a brush to kind of add some wood grain back into it. I know it sounds crazy, but if you don't, you'll see like a flat, smooth spot in the middle of your game, and it looks unnatural. So there's some Bondo in here, but I still made an artificial wood grain with a brush on wet Bondo. Also, you can use acetone to soften it up if you want. Or you can go ahead and sand the Bondo flat, and I know it sounds crazy, but I'll use epoxy resin for fiberglass, and I'll get it wet and brush it again, just so it gets some of that wood grain back. Wood grain look. Well, there it is. That is color number 1. Well, this is the other side. And I might add a video of me doing the rest of the stencils. I don't know. But here's a request from you. I want you guys to leave a comment and let me know what the next video should be. I do it all. Ask me something. I would love to do a video specifically for what you guys want to learn about or at least watch or something. But I guess that's it. It's just my random off-the-wall video with no purpose or sense or rhyme or reason. But there it is.